Hello YouTube, it's me John Avenger once again, and welcome to another collection video. This is number 9. This is going to be dramas and crime thrillers, etc. There's a couple of comedies in here, but they're mainly serious. They're not like goofy comedies. So they're more serious comedies, like dramedies. So here we go. We'll start with this one. We got Dr. Strangelove and How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. It's a classic. Downbeat ending, but I do like the performances by Peter Sellers. You have Powder Blue with Jessica Biel's a good performance of hers. Ray Liotta, may rest in peace. I know he just died this year. Eddie Redmayne, Forrest Whitaker, Chris Christopherson, Lisa Kudrow, and Patrick Swayze. May he also rest in peace. I'm using this tablet as light because there's no light in this room. Sorry. Here's the Royal Tenenbaums, the Criterion edition. Yeah. I got the 400 Blows somewhere, but that's a foreign movie. I'll just do those next time. I'll do foreign and monster movies or something like that. I could show the Godzilla films. This has a bunch of special features. You got Reservation Road with Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, proved that he can act. Mark Ruffalo, Jennifer Connelly, Mira Sorvino, who's not on the front cover. Another film with Joaquin Phoenix. I've been getting into his films more since seeing Joker. This is Two Lovers with him and Gwyneth Paltrow and the gorgeous Vanessa Shaw, who, yeah, Josh doesn't know much about her, but she's done a lot of stuff, and she's good in it. You got the only movie George Clooney did with David O. Russell, because he had a horrible time working on this. Three Kings. It's a soldier war film, war drama, with him and Mark Wahlberg and Ice Cube. Good film, but a little long. Like, this movie is almost 2 hours. I think it could have been a little bit shorter. Here's an erotic thriller, so a drama. Fatal Attraction, yeah. Screw 50 Shades of Grey, screw 365 Days, and after. This is how you do it the right way, without it being toxic. It's a toxic woman, but with a married man, and it's a good story. It still holds up. It's still scary to see what she does, you know, the lengths she goes to be with him. It's done way better than 50 Shades. You got Hollywoodland. This is more of a drama. You got Ben Affleck, Adrian Brody, and the always gorgeous Diane Lane. Bob Hoskins is also in this. May he rest in peace. You got Jaded. My friend just recently reviewed this movie on Letterboxd. It's a good film. I just think that it's messed up. It's a messed up subject matter. What happens to this beautiful woman. I'm not going to show the back because I don't want to offend anybody. Because it is a very dark movie. It makes you know, Donnie Darko look like a comedy in comparison. Love and Other Drugs. Yeah, I consider this a drama more than a comedy. Jake Gyllenhaal getting it on with Anne Hathaway. She's a beautiful woman. You get to see a lot of her. Gorgeous pale skin. Josh Gad is in the movie. I didn't need to see his ass, though. That's not artistic, not autistic. Gabriel Matt's in it as well. Hank Azaria and Oliver Platt. I got to do a podcast for this movie, probably in November. Sweetwater. It proves that January Jones can act. This is like a Western drama thriller, where at the end she kicks ass and, you know, she beats Jason Isaac, who's a false priest, which it's a good movie. This is an action drama with Alec Baldwin. Yes, he accidentally killed somebody. I'm sorry, but him and Kim Basinger, Michael Madsen, and James Woods. The Getaway. Not The Getaway with Selena Gomez. That's a completely different film. This one actually is good. Yeah. Because Kim Basinger can act in it. She's not a cartoon. You got The Alphabet Killer with the always lovely... I wish she would come back. I think Harvey Weinstein offended her. Eliza Dushku. Great actress. You got Carrie Elwes, Tom Malloy, Michael Ironside, Bill Moseley, and Timothy Hutton. You have the original Young Guns. These are going to be westerns as well. I like the original Young Guns. I fell asleep last time I watched this because I was so tired, but I heard the commentary. It's good. The actors were really invested. A good cast. I don't think a sequel was really needed. This is the remake of Flight of the Phoenix. Yes. It's got Miranda Otto in it. She's from Lord of the Rings sequels. You got Giovanni Ribisi, Ditty Bitty Trees. You have Tyrese Gibson and Dennis Quaid. Good casting, and it's a good remake. It's not terrible. This one's pretty hardcore. A History of Violence with Viggo Mortensen. Yes, another Lord of the Rings actor. It's really, really intense movie. Maria Bello's in it. Mwah. I know, guys. I know, but it is what it is. Ed Harris and the recently deceased, unfortunately, William Hurt, who does a great performance. Rest in peace, man. We'll miss you in the MCU. We're not going to get to see him as Red Hulk. I would rather see that than She-Hulk at this point, because Red Hulk is not a joke. Shattered Glass, proving that Hayden Christensen can act. Again, you have Peter Sarsgaard, Chloe Sevigny, Steve Zahn, Melanie Linsky, and Hank Azaria. It's a good movie, too. It's really interesting. These are dramatic action films. I just lumped them there because they're not comedies. SWAT and Stealth. Yeah, I got this last year. Good, pretty decent action films. Behind Enemy Lines, the original. There's a lot of sequels I haven't seen yet, but I have seen this one. This is the best one. I've seen this one and the Colombian one with Mr. Kennedy that he did a couple years back when he was still wrestling in WWE. Gene Hackman, he's I miss him in Hollywood. He's retired now. Owen Wilson, still a good actor, and he's proved that he could be the not funny guy. This is a triple feature of the Ocean's movies, yeah, the ones that I can stomach. Well, I don't like Ocean's 12, but Ocean's 11, the remake of the original, and Ocean's 13. Yeah, it's a triple feature. All three films. I don't have Ocean's 8 yet, but I'm gonna get them. It's a dual layer disc. Good films, well, mostly they're well shot. 12 is it's way too crowded. It's too long, and it goes too fast. It's got the pacing of The Rise of Skywalker. This is the movie that the director of Shang-Chi, yeah, he did something earlier. Short Term 12 with Brie Larson in her first starring dramatic role. And this is what led to her Oscar win for Room, which I don't own yet, but she's great in it. You have Caitlin Dever, who I want to marry. You have Rami Malek. You have John Gallagher Jr., Keith Stanfield, Kevin Hernandez, Melora Walters. And Stephanie Beatrice is in this movie too, yeah. So before she was in Encanto, she did this. She was a troubled youth. An Oscar-winning performance by my favorite actress of all time, Black Swan, Natalie Portman's Oscar win. She deserved it. She was great. I loved her performance. It's a beautiful-looking film, when it's about ballet, yet it's so dark. Her scene with Mila Kunis, I think, could have been cut. I don't really think it's that shocking. It's just softcore, and I don't think Kunis is that great in the film, to be honest with you. But Vincent Cassel is good in the movie. It's a little bit too long, though. An hour and 48 minutes, I think 5 or 10 minutes could have been trimmed. At 90 minutes, I get it. I get the gist. I just thought it was a little drawn out. Here's two movies with one of my favorite actresses of all time. I know she's changed her face now. That one I could put away. Since You've Been Gone with the gorgeous Lara Flynn Boyle, and you also have Terry Hatcher, David Schwimmer, and Joe Slotnick. I'm a fan of hers, so I got a couple of her films. And this is her other early film, The Tempt, with her and Timothy Hutton. Good thriller. She's just a beautiful woman. I know what happened to her, but, I try to remember her when she used to be beautiful and still is, with her voice, possibly. Can't win them all. Donnie Darko, a dramatic horror sci-fi thriller, I believe. Yeah, it's dramatic because Jake Gyllenhaal's dead serious in this movie. You got Jenna Malone, you got Drew Barrymore, and you have Seth Rogen in one of his early roles that he did before he was the funny guy. Yeah, that movie's not funny. It's weird and dark. Mean Streets, yes, a short Martin Scorsese movie. This movie's only under 2 hours. It's not 4 hours long. It's only an hour and 52 long, but short compared to something like The Irishman. And it didn't need an extended cut. It's a great special edition, great performance by Robert De Niro. Here's another gangster movie, Donnie Brosco. This is not done by Scorsese. This is Mike Newell. It's a good movie. Really long though. Johnny Depp does a good performance. He's not being method. You also have James Russo, Anne Heche, may she rest in peace as well, and Bruno Kirby, may he rest in peace. So, I do have some good films too. They're not all just action movies and Marvel films. Also, you got this one. I just reviewed this on Letterboxd. I like this movie. Rush Lights. Haley Webb for the win, man. She's so gorgeous in this, and it proves that she can act. She's not just a horror girl. You got this war drama, Wolverine with Antonio Salvato Jr. Not the Wolverine, the Marvel movie. This is the movie just Wolverine. You also have Vice. This is with Michael Madsen and Daryl Hannah, beautiful actress. I've always liked her since I was a kid. McKelty Williamson is also in this movie, and Mark Boone Jr. and the rapper Corrupt. So it's an okay film. This one I is a guilty pleasure. Don't laugh at me, guys. I do like this film for what it is. It's When the Bow Breaks. Yeah, this is a drama, like an erotic thriller with the gorgeous Jazz Sinclair. Oh my God, that woman is delicious. You have Regina Hall in it and Morris Chestnut. Yeah, it is. It's one of those black erotic thrillers, but again, I'd rather watch that than 50 Shades any day. At least I get some beautiful women of color. Welcome Home, yes, with Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad and Emily Ratajkowski, yes, from iCarly, from I Feel Pretty. She's a good actress too. People say she can't act. I disagree. There's a Wild Things Foursome. It's another movie that's on there. And Special, which is like a superhero drama with Michael Rappaport. So, triple feature. Poison. Yes, Josh, this movie's not terrible. If you watch it for Carrie Werner. Her performance is really breathtaking. She's gorgeous in the movie. The film is really short, too. 92 minutes. Not 2.5 hours. It gets to the point. It gives you exactly what you want. And, like I say, I watched this for Carrie Werner. Probably do a podcast for this maybe for Halloween. Barbara Crampton's also in the movie as well. So, it is what it is. Bear Witness. Yeah. That's another one of those too, with Angie Everhart. Do I have to say anything else? Yeah, you know why I watched that one. I'm a heterosexual man. I will watch anything with a woman that is not a lesbian. Just straight up. Another movie with Angie Everhart, Wicked Minds. This is at the time that they were doing stuff like, Cruel Intentions and all that, yeah. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Speaking of Cruel Intentions, you got the first one, the best one. I just don't like the ending. Ryan Felipe's awful in the movie, though. I'd like the girls in it better. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Reese Witherspoon and Selma Blair. The girls are worth watching the movie for. This is the prequel. Yes, it's Cruel Intentions 2 with Amy Adams. And Carrie Lynn Pratt. That girl is so adorable in the movie. She steals the movie from Amy Adams, who was inexperienced at that time. And this is the third one, which I haven't seen in a long time. This one is a standalone. New characters. This is a great movie. Way too long, though. It's a Sergio Leone movie. Yeah, an Italian director. Once Upon a Time in America. It's a great film. This is the extended cut. Special edition. I think they're going to do a definitive version someday. I hope it's soon, before I'm 40. This is a great movie, man. Oh my God, the acting performances in this are fantastic. You got James Woods, Joe Pesci, Burt Young, Elizabeth McGovern. You have a very young Tuesday Weld. You have Treat Williams. You have Jennifer Connelly when she was a teenager here. Yeah, this is before she was in Labyrinth. It's a great freaking movie, man. Sergio Leone has such a great style. He did this, and I think he did The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which is a great film, but way too long. His movies are really good, but man, cut down your movies sometimes. It's also with Tarantino. And speaking of Tarantino, Reservoir Dogs. You know what this movie is. This is his shortest film, feature film, because 100 minutes. So short compared to his 3-hour endeavors that I've seen. Cash with Chris Hemsworth, Sean Bean, and the beautiful Victoria Perfetta, who I want to see more of her. It's a beautiful, underrated actress that doesn't get enough attention. The Day After Tomorrow. This is a dramatic sci-fi thriller, a disaster movie. Good film. I haven't seen it for a while, so I will. The original Step Up. This is the only one we needed. We didn't need a bunch of sequels. There were so many of them. I think, 4 sequels. This is the original with Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan, who married him and then divorced him, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I still enjoy it. This is a dramedy. Away We Go with Maya Rudolph, always beautiful, and John Krasinski. Yeah, before he was doing Quiet Place and he did a cameo in Multiverse of Madness, he was doing films like this. He's good in the film. It's only 98 minutes. It goes by quick. Some of these dramedies now are like 2 hours, and I'm like, no, too long. Chop it down, because I don't have a large attention span. An Oscar-nominated performance for Jennifer Lawrence, Winter's Bone. She's good in this, guys. She's not horrible. It's a great performance. You know, she's in the woods and everything with her family. It would give her, you know, leeway to being in the Hunger Games and X-Men. Yeah, she's terrible in Dark Phoenix, but again, everybody sucked in that movie. This movie is good. Mark my words, it didn't get an Oscar nomination for nothing. This is another war film. This is Death Before Dishonor. Good performance by Fred Dreyer. Is a good actor. I do like the action in this as well. It's no Top Gun Maverick, but we'll get to that. I'll eventually watch that. You got The Sentinel with Michael Douglas and the beautiful Eva Longoria. It's an underrated dramatic thriller. This is a great performance, a breakout performance in my opinion. Haley Lou Richardson in The Last Survivors. See Mad Max Fury Road, then see this. Furiosa, I hope, is like this. Please, Anna Taylor-Joy, do like this, because this movie is freaking awesome. Haley Lou Richardson goes from being scared to being a total badass with that sword, and she kicks ass in the third act, and it really, really brings the movie high for me. This film went from decent to good because of Haley Lou Richardson's great performance and really, really strong female that's not superpowered. The Man with the Gun, another Michael Madsen movie. Yeah, you've seen a pattern here. I like Michael Madsen. He's a good actor. Jennifer Tilly, Gary Busey, you know, he's crazy, and Robert Loggia, may he rest in peace as well. Desperate Measures with Michael Keaton, a good dramatic performance from him. He's always been a good actor. I love him as the Vulture. He is my Batman. He always will be. You have Andy Garcia. He's good in the film, but I'm not a big fan of him because he does a lot of like cameos now because he's getting older. So, but Keaton's worth watching for that. And here's another erotic thriller, Basic Instinct, the original. Screw the sequel. I don't need it. This is the way to go. Sharon Stone, Inner Prime, sexy. Michael Douglas, good performance. Some really good acting in the movie. It's way too long, though. 2 hours and 8 minutes is too long. It needed some editing. Red Corner. Yes, this is about China, guys. Calm down. It's just a thriller. It's from the 90s, so it's from 1997. It is way too long. Again, 2 hours and 2 minutes. I think it could have been 95 minutes or an hour and 40. It doesn't hurt me that the movie is very well acted by Richard Gere. Bai Ling is one of her first films. She did The Crow, but she also did this. Gorgeous woman, yes. Despite affiliations, put that aside. If she's a woman that has something, I'm going for it. Highlander, the original. Yeah, this is more of an action drama, but it's really good. I saw him yesterday in GalaxyCon. Christopher Lambert, or Lambert, the way you say it. I miss Sean Connery a lot. You know, he was really good in this. I haven't seen the sequel. I need to see it sometime on streaming because I miss him a lot. And I heard it wasn't that great, but the first one is the best. There can be only one good one, and that's the original. Cold in July, another dramatic crime thriller. It's a good movie. It's really well shot. This has 2 commentaries. I have to hear it again. There's another one. Deuces Wild. Yeah, another film with Stephen Dorff. Yeah, good film. Method. This is with Elizabeth Hurley, who's always been beautiful to me since the late 90s. You know, the first Austin Powers and My Favorite Martian. I do like some Brit. See, I'm not a racist. I do like some of them. Some of them, if they appeal to me, or if their accent is sexy and not robotic or painful. Here's Facing the Enemy. This is Lyndon Ashby. That's the guy that played Johnny Cage. Maxwell Caulfield and Alexandra Paul. One of the sexiest women from Baywatch. No doubt about it. And then you have Exit Speed. This is another thriller. It's a fun thriller with Fred Ward, may he rest in peace as well, Desmond Harrington, and Leah Thompson. Lover Daughter, too. And this is the Hunt for the Red October, the original, the first Jack Ryan movie with Sean Connery again. I miss him a lot. And Alec Baldwin. It's more of an action film, but it's more of a thriller for me because it's not really that action packed until the third act. So, and the last one for now, American President, with the lovely Annette Bening and Michael Douglas. See, I got a lot of actors that I like that are American or Canadian. Just when they can act, I follow it. Annette Bening is beautiful in this movie. She's much older now, but she's just fantastic. Good performer, sexy. Anyway, that's the end of my video number 9. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next collection video.